Okay, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me once again. Derek Lane for the Fast Lane Podcast for Success. Thank you for joining me, as I've said. And this week, let's talk about your responsibility to yourself, your responsibility to others, your responsibility to your community, family, your friends, who you are, your makeup, and who do you think you are, okay? What you do is vital to yourself. In other words, you can do anything you want to do within reason, but you got to do it with what you have available to you. I think it was Teddy Roosevelt that said, do what you can do with what you have right now. Do what you can do with what you have right now. That means you don't wait around for others. You don't wait around for the opportunities. Kick that door open. Do it now. Learn now. Be the person you want to be. Do it now. Quit waiting. Waiting is a con game. It's a trap. You don't need to be into that game. You need to start acting. You don't have to feel like it's overwhelming, that you got to do it all right now. Just act right now. Just do something right now. Do something every day that moves you toward that goal, that refinement that you have in yourself. Avoid wasting your time. Figure out a system. You must have a system for what works for you. You must have a system that allows you to prosper, that allows you to become the person that you see yourself as becoming, or that you see yourself as being. Most people don't have direction or a clear focus or even a goal structure. You need to understand who you are and develop that goal, that structure. That's why I'm going to say it early in this podcast, pen and paper, write it down. The pen and paper will always be your best friend in your desire for success and wealth. And speaking of wealth, I don't mean just monetarily. I don't mean just the money. I mean the wealth of your life. The desire to be the best that you can be. Do you want to be the plump, juicy fruit on the vine or the withered one that never got nourishment? Be the one that gets nourished. And when I say be the one that gets nourished, I mean invest in yourself with reading, seminars, videos, whatever it takes to be the best that you can be, because these things spur ideas and creativity. And the more that you learn, the more that you research, the more that you invest into yourself, the more that you will find there is much more out there. There is much more ahead of you. If you are stagnant, if you are complacent in where you are, you're not doing enough, reading enough, exploring enough. You're accepting what's being handed to you, and that is a sin. Do not accept what's being handed to you as the end-all to be-all. It's not fair to you. It's not fair to others. Be the person that you strive to be. Expect success. Get up in the morning and expect success. Have notes on your mirror with mantras, things that instill in you success and the creation of success. The hardest activity that you can do is to stay positive, to have positive thoughts, positive structure, positive attributes. It's hard because you're being bombarded daily with negative people, negative feedback, negative this, negative that. And you've got to stay positive and weather it. You've got to control your emotions, your emotional state. When people come at you and they're aggressive and they're nasty and they're mean, you've got to realize you're bigger than that. No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. I think that was another Teddy Roosevelt saying. Kind of a smart man, I guess. But no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Don't give it to them. Be the person that you know you are. Smart, articulate, driven, educated, and in control. Make sure that your belief system is one of a positive nature that produces and perpetuates positive outcomes. Make sure that your belief system is yours, not someone else's. You know where you're heading. You feel it in your soul. You feel it in your gut. You know it in your head. Your beliefs are on the right track. If it doesn't feel right, think about it, tweak it, alter it, Make sure it feels right. But a belief system is why faith works so well. The power of prayer is because you believe miraculous things have come about due to belief, due to just, I don't know how to say this correctly, just an unwavering belief in your ability, in your acumen. But belief is a superpower. Just make sure that it's a positive belief and a belief in yourself. Make sure that you're setting the proper goals. Make sure your goal techniques are systematic. Make sure that they're measured on a timeline. Make sure that you are the person that you desire to be. And I'll just tell you that every day, even if it's a minute, 2 minutes, the greater the time, better. But spend some time with an internal dialogue for yourself, asking yourself, how could I have done this situation better? And be honest. How could the results of this situation have been better? Even if they were good, they may have been crappy. And that's the time that, you want to be honest with yourself. But don't beat yourself up. Are you the only person that's ever had a crappy day, a crappy situation, been harassed by a customer, a boss, or whomever? No, you're not. You won't be the last. People are out there. And that's why you have to set yourself apart from those people. That's why you got to set yourself ahead of those people. Most people do nothing to enhance their lives. That's the beauty of it. Just putting forth a little bit of effort makes your life better than most. Now, I don't wish ill on anyone. I hope they find this message. I hope they find a way to connect to their greater goodness. You and I are on a path that leads us to a greater goodness because we're doing the things. We're learning. We're reading. We're talking to the right people. We're in the right crowd. We don't hang out with negative people. We don't hang out with people that are misguided and misconstrued. We hang out with people that have a positive message. It may not be the same message. Don't get me wrong. You don't have to surround yourself with yes people that just agree with you unwavering, I should say. But you don't have to hang out with those people. People that will just agree with you no matter what. Sometimes it's good to hang out with positive people that can remind you that you need an adjustment. People that remind you that maybe you should try an alternate route. People that will give you life experiences. People that will give you the best of what they've got to offer. And when you know that to be true, and when you know that to be the message that they consistently give you, you know you got the right person to be with. Make sure your relationships with your spouse, your family, your friends are all on the same level of goodness and desired outcomes. Listen, life is fickle. We can sometimes be riding on such a high and everything's going great, and then you turn around and you seem like, oh, what the heck happened? It's temporary. Life is always going to be peaks and valleys. As I've stated before in other podcasts, we don't dwell on the valley, we dwell on the peaks. And that's what minimizes the valleys and enhances the peaks. We let go of negative emotions. We let go of all of that junk that we don't need. It's easy to allow somebody, even a customer or a boss or whatever, get under your skin. And then you want to talk about it and you tell everybody about it. Just don't. Move on. You're smarter than that. You're in more control of your emotions. You're a better person than that. And once people understand that about you, it seems that fewer and fewer incidences of negative happen because people don't bring that crap around you. They know it doesn't affect you. They know it doesn't bother you. So, okay, well, listen, I guess this message is that I want you to be the rock. I want you to be the rock in your life and in other people's lives. I want you to be the solid mainstay of what's going on in your life. You can do it. You probably are doing it. Just be great at what you do. Just take the time to be great. Just take the effort to be great. Listen, share and like this podcast with people that deserve a positive message, that deserve to hear some goodness and some hope. Hopefully this will give it to them. I hope it does. That's what I strive to be. Enjoy your week. Make the most out of it. Make the most out of your week and your life. It's worth it. You can find me on all of the major outlets, Fast Lane Podcast for Success. I'm your host, Derek Lane. Thank you. Have a great evening. I appreciate it.